Foreign trade zones are specially designated areas that are approved by the Foreign Trade Zones Board in Washington, D.C. And in a community like Memphis, foreign trade zones allow companies to bring in foreign goods and store them, and they don't have to pay duty on them until they leave the facility. In the case of a company like Sharp or Brother or Cummins, they can actually bring in goods into their facility, and they have approval as subzones to manufacture in the zone. And what they do is they bring in all different parts, and the finished product has a lower duty and sometimes even no duty. And so when they ship it into the U.S. territory, because the zone is considered not U.S. territory technically, when they ship it into domestically, they pay the duty on the lower rate. So the one company might get deferral and they don't pay duty till they ship into U.S. territory, and these other companies are able to actually change the tariff. That's a really great savings for companies, and that's why Memphis in the early 80s decided we needed to have foreign trade zones here. So we did that, and over the years we've had some very good interest in it, and the companies have benefited by that. Before, when a company would come to Memphis and they wanted to establish a zone site in Memphis, we had to go through an application process that was very cumbersome. And then we had to go through the process in Washington, and it took 6 to 9 months for approval. Well, Washington, the Foreign Trade Zones Board in Washington, has worked out a streamlining way of doing that through the alternative site framework. And they now only take 30 days to review a usage-driven minor boundary modification application. So 30 days versus 6 to 9 months was a big reason why we wanted to do it. We also expanded the zone in the process of this going to the alternative site framework to include all of Shelby County, where it was just the city of Memphis technically. The real good news is that companies can now decide where they want to be. They don't have to just find the zone site that's been designated.